All right, an update coming in. Actor Sanjay Dutt, who was released from Yerwada jail this morning, has just reached right outside the Siddhivinayak temple. We can see that there is a lot of team up as far as the media personnel are concerned. We can see Sanjay Dutt in the frame now. He's now reached the Siddhivinayak temple. He's highly popular among the police officials also. Partly because most of these people were great fans when they saw his movie Vastav, where he portrayed the role of an underworld don. He's quite popular. In the past also we have seen that there are many police officials who would love to get a picture with Sanjay Dutt. However, these police officials are not to do that. They are there for the purpose of providing him security and to make sure no untoward incident happens. Sanjay Dutt at his first stop in Mumbai, after which he shall be going to Nargis's, his mother's grave. He's at the Siddhivinayak temple. You can see that there is a massive crowd. The police is having a really tough time controlling the people over there who are gathered. These are normal bystanders who want to catch a glimpse of the star, Sanjay Dutt, who's there with his family. We've got Shilpa Ratnam joining us with all the latest. Shilpa, he's at the Siddhivinayak temple. In the past also we have seen that Ganpati, a god who's celebrated a lot, particularly in Mumbai in the form of the Ganpati Puja, the Ganpati Jayanti. Most of the celebrities, including Sanjay Dutt being no exception, really going to the Siddhivinayak temple and offering his prayers.
Yes, Sanket, absolutely. The last time Sanjay Dutt was out on furlough last September, in fact, he did, participate in the Ganpati Visarjan as well. So clearly a god that he holds close to his heart, as do many others in this big city and the country. One of the biggest temples here, Siddhivinayak. And what I'm also hearing is that the entire temple has been cleared for the star to get his exclusive darshan. So that's what we're hearing. So, so he does get some special treatment at the temples as well. So we are expecting some criticism to come in about that as well. So right now he is there at Siddhivinayak. Earlier today we did see him sporting that tilak when he exited from the prison, offering, seeking blessings and offering thanks at the Siddhivinayak temple currently. After this, he will make his way to his mother's grave. That's the late actress Nargis, her grave at Marine Lines, post which he will return to his residence in Bandra, where I am at. Currently, there are hoardings here that will greet him on his way here. There are flowers that await him, and of course, family members.
Arrives at the Pune airport at 11:20 a.m. He landed in Mumbai. Take a look at those pictures. Manyata Dutt right there, holding his hand. Huge amount of security as well. And a short while later, 40 minutes through Mumbai traffic, the superstar arrives at the famous Siddhivinayak temple, where he offered prayers before he headed to his mother, the actor Nargis's grave, to pay his respects and offer thanks. It's been over 1,000 days in prison. We will be playing out for you in just a short while from now the mathematics behind Sanjay Dutt's release. How did the state work out how many days to waive from Sanjay Dutt's incarceration, his sentence in the 1993 Mumbai blast case? But these are the iconic images today. Fans, friends, fraternity and family, all of them welcoming Sanjay Dutt home with open arms. We can tell you that over the rest of the day today, we're expecting Sanjay Dutt to address the press, where he will take questions. We also know that he will be probably celebrating with friends and family later in the evening before he heads back to work. But, Shilpa, not very much is known about Sanjay Dutt's time in jail. What we do know is that he apparently earned 440 rupees inside the Yerwada jail, doing all sorts of different things, teaching people things, as part of a skills workshop inside the Yerwada prison. All of that is going to be really, really interesting, and we're hoping he'll speak about some of those things at his press conference today, Shilpa.
Well, yes, absolutely true. He's apparently been ranked as a semi-skilled category worker, which is a bit ironic, and he received about 50 rupees a day. He was making jute bags and khaki envelopes, quite a sea change from the lifestyle and the career that he enjoyed in Bombay. And also Sanjay Dutt, when he was back on one of his first furloughs, had told us that he was using appropriating everything that he could find in the jail to work out and maintain that physique. He in fact had a six-pack, and he said, I think on a lighter note, had said that the jail rations were actually keeping him slim and trim. As you can see, the fans have really gathered right now. There are kids, there are fans from across all strata that have come here, really scaling those buildings. Like I mentioned earlier, there's very heavy police security here, but it's quite difficult to keep the fans outside. Where there is a fan, there seems to be a way here, and the crowd just keeps building up, and so does the music that's playing here. There's a band here that's here to welcome him, and it's completely deafening here. The celebrations are already underway, and everybody's craning their necks to see when Sanjay Dutt will arrive, and which is any moment now.
Absolutely, it's going to happen any moment now. He's going to return home to a huge, huge welcome. Fans, friends, family, people from the fraternity obviously waiting at Sanjay Dutt's residence in Mumbai for the mega superstar's return after over 1,000 days in jail. I want to take our viewers now through Sanjay Dutt's famous brushes with the law. Give you a sense of where things have actually stood in this troubled journey for Sanjay Dutt. The Mumbai blast accused, he was named an accused in April 1993. That's when he was first named as an accused. It all began for Sanjay Dutt in April 1993 in the Mumbai blast case. Shortly thereafter, he was sent to prison. He was arrested for possessing weapons. He was granted interim bail by the Bombay High Court only in May 1993. So over almost a month later, he was granted interim bail by the Bombay High Court. In November 1993, later that same year, a 10,000-page charge sheet was filed against Sanjay Dutt. 10,000 pages of information against the superstar actor. In July the following year, in 1994, he was arrested again, and this would be the long stint that he would spend in prison. He retracted his confession in November of that same year. It caused a bit of a complication as far as the case against him was concerned. In October the following year, 1995, almost 20 years ago, Dutt got bail after 16 months in prison. It was supposed to be an 18-month sentence at that point. He spent 16 months in jail. Then he was sentenced to 6 years in jail in July 31st, 2007. 6 years in jail was the sentence. Again, he was granted bail by the Supreme Court on August the 20th, 2007. So he was in and out of jail. He was granted bail. He had already spent 16 months in prison. He was taken into custody once again on October the 22nd, 2007, the latest in a series of arrests and him being let out. In November 2007, once again the Supreme Court granted Sanjay Dutt bail. So there was bail and jail and bail and jail. It happened continuously for a while. In March 2013, the Supreme Court upheld the conviction and handed Dutt a 5-year sentence. That's when he went to the Pune Yerwada prison, from which he's gotten out just now. So that was in March 2013. And now, 1,000 days later, he's actually been let out of prison. But let's take you through some of the other details. The furlough fuss. You remember there was a lot of controversy about Sanjay Dutt's parole, him getting furloughs, him being able to visit his family over and over again while he was incarcerated. Well, it began on October the 2nd, 2013, just a few days after he went to prison, where he received a 15-day furlough. He complained of leg pain. That was the reason why he was given a 15-day furlough. 15 days medical condition, he got an extension. So in effect, he spent a whole month outside jail in the same year that he was actually arrested. On December the 21st, 2013, 30 days outside prison because his wife Manyata Dutt was ill. That was the reason given in 2013 as far as the furlough was concerned. So already you've got a 60-day of total furlough that Sanjay Dutt enjoyed. Then again, on Jan 20th to Feb 2014, that's 2 years ago, He spent another 30 years outside jail. The reason was his wife Manyata Dutt was ill and she had to undergo some kind of surgery. There was a little controversy around that because Manyata Dutt appeared at a party around that time, which raised a lot of different questions. So that was already about 190 days of furlough right there. All right, we've got some fresh images coming in from right outside Sanjay Dutt's home, of Sanjay Dutt's return to his home right now. We're getting these images of his long-awaited return to his house after a long time. Let's go straight across to Shilpa Ratnam. I hope she can hear me. I can see that there's a huge scramble of cameras to get that shot of Sanjay Dutt. I wonder if she can hear me. But Shilpa, mad scramble for that image of Sanjay Dutt. Has he returned home?
Well, completely, it's pandemonium here. As you can see, people are scaling great heights, literally, to get a glimpse of star, to get a first shot of him coming in. And I must be honest, I haven't been able to get a glimpse of his. It's absolute madness out here. There are chants here. There are people, as you can hear, the people really welcoming him back. I am trying to get...
Stay with me for a moment. Well-known Bollywood filmmaker Kunal Kohli and a good friend of Sanjay Dutt is with me on the phone line. Kunal, thanks so much for speaking to India today. Emotional day for so many fans, fraternity, friends like yourselves. What are your thoughts on Sanjay Dutt being released today, Kunal?
Well, I think, it's a wonderful day for everybody. And, he has served his time as per the court's verdict, and I think he should be left alone to celebrate with his family, friends, and to make his films and continue with his life now. And the few people who are doing these protests and whatever, all that should just completely stop because he has served his time. And he's served it like a man. He's taken it on his chin. He served his time, and he should be now left alone and to spend time with his family, most importantly.
But are you surprised at all with this adulation? I mean, this huge welcome that he's getting. Nobody disputes the fact that he's an enormous star, Kunal. But, this fantastic amount of celebration and welcome that Sanjay Dutt's receiving all across Mumbai. From the airport, to the Siddhivinayak temple, to Nargis's grave, right down to his house.
Yeah, it's not surprising at all. He is one of the most loved persons. And it is not surprising at all. I mean, it would be surprising if people were not there. For Sanju, everyone always turns up at any given point in time and every time. So he is truly, truly one of the most loved people in this country.
Most loved people. Kunal, you're a good friend of his. You've worked with him as well. What do you think Sanjay's mental state would be right now? Would he want to be left alone, or do you think he's going to want to spend some time with fans? We know he's going to address a press conference in a short while from now as well.
Yes, well, I've not worked with him, but I know him. I've interacted with him.
Yes.
But yes, I think anybody would now like to be left alone and spend time with their family, spend time with his children, spend time with his wife, with Manyata. So I think he just wants to be by himself now, and everyone should respect that. And after the press conference is over, everyone should just, disperse and go away and let him spend time with his family and friends, because he needs that time now.
Given the many controversies that have surrounded Sanjay Dutt, both outside and inside prison, do you think that's only because he is a celebrity? I mean, it's only because of that focus of attention was, focused on him getting furloughs, being able to get out of jail, on any kind of pretext. Do you think all of that was warranted, or, that's the price you pay for being a celebrity?
Well, I think that's the price you pay for being a celebrity, and it comes with that.
Yeah.
It comes with the territory that everything that you do is under scrutiny, and it's looked at, and it's misinterpreted sometimes. So these things do happen, and I think people learn to live with that and take things in their stride and continue with their lives.
Kunal Kohli, thank you so much for speaking to India today. Appreciate your views on this. Sanjay Dutt, I mean, we'd like to update our viewers on that. Sanjay Dutt, his friends say, want to be left alone. He wants to spend some time with his family. But the superstar, let's also apprise you, will be addressing the press in not long from now, where he will be taking questions from the media. This is a throng right outside his residence. He's got a mala of pink flowers around his neck. He's got He's got a cautious smile on his face. This is something that celebrities are used to. It's the price you pay for being a big Bollywood celebrity. And Sanjay Dutt definitely right up there among India's mega superstars in the film fraternity. His incarceration and imprisonment has been the source of a great deal of controversy and speculation. How has he spent his time in there? Has he been given VVIP treatment in all those furloughs where he was allowed to get out of jail for 30 days together? Was there special treatment given to Sanjay Dutt when 103 days were waived off from his 5-year sentence? All of those are questions that perhaps will become a little smaller now in the noise of celebrations that have broken out right outside his home. Our correspondent Shilpa Ratnam, I'm afraid, must be drowned out by the huge noise and chaos out there in that crowd. You can see a huge number of camera persons trying to get in for that perfect picture of Sanjay Dutt, perhaps a soundbite as well. We do know that he'll be speaking at his leisure at that press conference a short while from now, but that's not going to stop the media. They're still going to want to get that picture because millions of fans and millions of viewers across the country want in on this story. They feel that this is a story that has spoken to them over the years. Sanjay Dutt is a superstar. It's the price you pay for being a celebrity. But let's just try and listen into some of the sounds coming in from these pictures. Let's try and go full frame on these pictures and get in some of the sound from there. Okay, I want to go across. I want to bring in India Today's Shilpa Ratnam. She is there. I hope she can hear me still. Shilpa, what's the plan right after this? I know the camera persons there are, scrambling for that, for video footage of Sanjay Dutt. These are live pictures coming in from right outside his house. What are we expecting to see? I mean, he's going to enter his house now. When are we going to, see him at that press conference? Take us through what's going to happen over the rest of the day.
Well, yes, completely. I would say a scramble is an understatement. There was a media storm here which, was escalated into a tornado because we suddenly saw an influx of fans. Until now, the police had done a pretty good job of keeping them out. But suddenly, when Sanjay Dutt entered, we saw a massive inflow of fans as well. And as you could see, the actor received a rousing welcome from them, garlands galore. He seemed a little overwhelmed, but mostly delighted to be back home. And he's right now gone upstairs to meet his twins, his 5-year-old twins. So he will, have a reunion with them, and then is expected to head down shortly and address the media. Of course, we do have very many questions for him, and he will be taking them in a short while. But Sanjay Dutt there, he's had a really packed day and is surprisingly running on time. He took a chartered flight out of Pune, came to Mumbai, set out to Siddhivinayak temple, which is in Prabha Devi. And I must tell you, distances in Bombay are quite difficult to travel so quickly. But Sanjay Dutt, of course, had police protection, and he, it was all green lights for him all the way. After Siddhivinayak, he paid his respects at his mother's grave at Kabristan, and now he's back at his residence and running right on schedule for that press conference. This, of course, has been managed by his PR agency, which has streamlined this media coverage. And here we are waiting for the actor to come out and speak as promised.
Shilpa, stay with me. There's a lot of curiosity about the, arithmetic, the mathematics surrounding, Sanjay Dutt's release. Was there special treatment? How did they actually calculate how many days to take away from his sentence? Let's start at the beginning. He was awarded a 5-year, that's a 60-month jail sentence. When the Supreme Court actually upheld his conviction, it was a 5-year sentence. Remember that he had spent 18 months in jail before this sentencing actually happened. He had actually spent 18 months already in prison, so that had to be removed. He was granted a remission of 420 days for good behavior. From this 5 years, he was granted a remission of 420 full days. That's over a year. for good behavior. So you can imagine how good his behavior was. In addition to the 420-day remission, he was also granted 140 days of furlough. These were in installments of 30 days where Sanjay Dutt was able to visit his family. 140 days spent with his family. So that means he got an overall remission from his 5 years of 14 months. 14 months out of 5 years was spent in remissions. That includes the time that was waived from his sentence because of good behavior, plus the furloughs that he spent visiting his family for various reasons. Well, earlier we spoke to producer Vashu Bhagnani as well on Sanjay Dutt's release. Here's what Vashu Bhagnani said. We have a whole bunch of reactions as well. Let's listen in to some of those while we stay live with these pictures.
See, we all are waiting for welcoming him because he's the best man in the industry. Very lovable man, And I don't know how the 3 years have gone because when we were going to the jail, we all were in his house. ऐसे लग रहा था कि 3 साल कब खत्म होंगे, ऐसे लग रहा अभी 3 दिन पहले ही खत्म हुआ है. Just like everybody else in the film industry, within the trade and from outside, his fans, people all over the country, people all over the world in fact, have somewhere forgiven, forgotten and are very happy that Baba is back. And the debt to society is paid. I think the worst ordeal of his life, which almost lasted for 25 years, is finally over. And I think he's going to emerge a bigger star, a better star, a bigger person. And generally, everybody is very happy. The mood is very jubilant.
There's a lot of work waiting for him, but I think he needs to spend time with his family, regroup himself, and give himself some time before he joins the films again. There's lots of work. I know lots of producer directors who are waiting in the wings to sign him for their projects. He's a fantastic actor, and I don't see any reason as to why he shouldn't be getting back into the movies and doing the job that he does best.
Shilpa, as a journalist who tracks the film industry so closely, we've got graphics on our screen about all the work that awaits Sanjay Dutt. Sanjay Dutt 2.0 really. He's got so many projects lined up. Just take our viewers through some of the big projects that will be a priority for Sanjay Dutt.
Well, Rajkumar Hirani had said he wishes Sanjay Dutt all the best for his second innings, and you're absolutely right. This is Sanjay Dutt 2.0. One of the first films that he will be doing is Munna Bhai 3, which is the third installment of the hugely popular Munna Bhai series. Of the hugely popular Munna Bhai series, which projected him as the affable doctor and gave him a new lease of life and as a do-gooder. So Munna Bhai 3 is on the cards for him, and Rajkumar Hirani is also helming his biopic with stars Ranveer Kapoor in the lead role. Earlier today he got the first shot for the biopic when Sanjay Dutt took those first steps out of jail. So this is one project that he will be in. Apart from that, there's Umesh Shukla, who's a national award winning film director, who's done a film like Oh My God. He usually makes films with strong social messages, and when I spoke to him sometime earlier, he told me that he's offered Sanjay Dutt a script which is both entertaining and with a strong social message, to quote him, and apparently Sanjay Dutt is very interested in this script as well. So these are two projects for sure that Dutt is might sign on, and that is just the beginning of the kind of red carpet welcome that he might be receiving in Bollywood. His roster, probably starting to get filled there. And this I can say because of the kind of fans that suddenly trooped in earlier today. Of course, things are very peaceful here, and we thought perhaps the time away from the big screen had in fact lessened his image in his fans' memories, but that is not the case at all, because we see a lot of them here, a lot of them welcoming back, garlanding him. So Sanjay Dutt, strong as ever, perhaps maybe stronger than before, like Salman Khan, who had a massive image makeover, is known as Bhai. Sanjay Dutt known as Baba. So almost parallel on-screen journeys there for you.
Shilpa, I know it's difficult. I know there's a big crowd there. There's a bit of chaos, but I'm going to try and ask. I'm going to ask you to see if you can gather a few of Sanjay Dutt's fans there over the next few minutes to see if we can, get some voices on the ground of those people, who are there to express their, sort of their fanhood really for Sanjay Dutt and, catch a glimpse of the star. Over the next 3 to 4 minutes, if you could gather maybe 2 or 3 people to get some voices, I'm going to come right back to you. Meanwhile, I just want to, get some reactions in from people like Raju Hirani, Sanjay Dutt's lawyer. I want to tell you what they said. Here's what they said.
Well, it is very unfortunate that merely because he was Sanjay Dutt, people quoted controversy on parole and furlough. Parole and furlough are a part of criminal justice and prison reformation system, and it has been existent and prevalent since prisons have been here. Parole and furlough have been granted to every inmate. Zaibunisa Qazi has been convicted under TADA. Sanjay Dutt has not been convicted under TADA. His conviction is only under the Arms Act. So therefore, to equate the two cases is like equating apples and oranges.
Like your association with him?
My association has been there with him for a long time and will continue for a long time.
Your next project?
Well, it was nothing short of a filmy release for Sanjay Dutt, who walked out free a short while ago earlier today from the Yerwada jail, 8:30 a.m. to be precise. We've seen Sanjay Dutt portraying different roles from Khalnayak to Munna Bhai. Let's recap for our viewers Sanjay Dutt's very filmy journey, reflects really in real life.
नायक नहीं खलनायक हूँ मैं।
अभी है ना, अभी तो मैं सिर्फ समझाने आया हूँ। अगली बार आऊंगा ना तो 6 की 6 डाल दूंगा भेजे।
आई एम डॉक्टर मुरली प्रसाद शर्मा।
रघुनाथ नामदेव शिवलकर, खलनायक Murli Prasad Sharma, aka Sanju Baba, is now a free man.
Mumbai!
Sporting a funky hairstyle and a tika on his forehead, Sanjay Dutt made the final salute to Yerwada jail. His friend and director Rajkumar Hirani accompanied Dutt from Pune to Mumbai. Interestingly, Hirani is capturing every moment of Sanjay Dutt's release, which will be based on his next film, Badshah. The actor will be portrayed by Ranbir Kapoor. Sanjay Dutt will also be making a comeback as a lovable Murli Prasad Sharma in the third sequel of Munna Bhai.
My association has been there with him for a long time and will continue for a long time.
When Dutt left a prison in Pune, he walked away with some experience of making paper bags and being a radio disc jockey.
Mumbai!
On Wednesday afternoon, during his last show, he left a message for the inmates.
गुड आफ्टरनून भाई लोग, अपन जब तक कनेक्ट होंगे तब तक मैं जा चुका रहूंगा। तुम लोगों के लिए लास्ट मैसेज छोड़ के जा रहा हूँ। खुश रहना, साथ रहना, जुर्म करके किसी का भी भला नहीं हुआ, सच्चाई की राह पर चलना भाई लोग।
While Sanjay Dutt had been convicted for the crime, Bollywood has not persecuted him because the actor has been welcomed back with open arms. Red carpet has been rolled out for his comeback. Rajkumar Hirani, one of the country's best filmmakers, was at the Yerwada jail filming the star's first steps out of the prison for the biopic Badshah that is based on Dutt's life and will star Ranbir Kapoor in the lead role. Not just that, Hirani also has on offer the third installment of the Munna Bhai series for Sanjay Dutt. The series, of course, had given the actor a fresh lease of life as the affable Murli Prasad Sharma. So while Sanjay Dutt has been away from the studio lights for a while, his stardom has held him in good stead and his roster already seems to be getting full. In Mumbai, this is Shilpa Ratnam.
All right, Sanjay Dutt has spoken out. We've managed to get a few, a little bit of a soundbite of Sanjay Dutt as he was on his way home from the airport from Mumbai. Take a look. Here's what he said.
And I love my fans and it's a long walk.
फैमिली के लिए क्या कहेंगे? फैमिली के लिए फैमिली हरदम आपके
बहुत इंतजार किया है सब।
मेरी फैमिली मेरे हमेशा साथ रही है और खास करके मेरे बच्चे और मेरे दोस्त जैसे एक बेटे परेश भाई और इस लोगों की वजह से
मैम आपका एक रिएक्शन बहुत बड़ा देना है फैमिली के लिए।
माने तो ये आपका रिएक्शन
घर पे आजा, पब्लिक भी जमा हो रही, ट्रैफिक हो रहा है।
प्रिया जी ने कहा है कि आज अगर पिताजी होते तो आज उनके लिए भी बहुत बड़ा दिन होता। आप नरगिस जी के कब्र पर जा रहे हैं, क्या लड़े? मुंह नीचे करो, ईटीवी। अरे कैमरा, ए भाई तुम हाथ हटाओ ना, हाथ हटाओ, हाथ हटाओ कैमरा। कितना मुश्किल भरा दिन था बाबा ये आपके लिए?
कोई मुश्किल नहीं था, मेरे बहन का प्यार,
संजय मोबाइल दत्त साहब, आपको लगा वहाँ पे कुछ एक अलग तरह का एक्सपीरियंस जीवन को लेके या जीवन को देखने के तरीके को लेकर
जेल में
And Sanjay Dutt has reached home. In a short while from now, he'll be addressing a press conference. We're hoping to get images of him coming out there and waving to his fans. There are thousands of people outside his residence at this point of time. We've got reporters right outside to get you the best pictures. We're going to miss nothing on this big day for Bollywood. Sanjay Dutt is a free man after over 1,000 days in jail. I'm going to hand over to Preeti now. She's going to take you through the rest of our coverage. Thanks so much for watching. Back after this very short break for the rest of our coverage.
Petition has now been filed in Bombay High Court against the release of Sanjay Dutt, citing inequality. It is in public interest asking Sanjay Dutt's release order to be cancelled. The petition will only come up for hearing tomorrow.